My husband and I are here at the Oregon coast for a week. We have a working vacation where we get to look at this, a change of scenery for a while, and during the day we take excursions. We went hiking today up to a lighthouse, and I started thinking about the idea of vacations and needing a break from your daily life. And it is nice to get a change of scenery, to have a different sort of view and to bring different things. This world is so spectacular and beautiful, and you may live in the most perfect place, but it's fun to see some other perfect places. But what I'm thinking about is the living for the break. You know, working your work week, drudgery through it until Friday, and then you have a breath for the weekend. Or, you know, working your year, and then you get to go on your vacation and live it up. And I want to just invite you to think about your life differently. I've heard so many stories of people who have worked, you know, nonstop, and then they're just waiting for retirement, and then they're going to live, and then they have a heart attack, and they don't ever get to travel with their spouse in their RV, or, you know, go to Hawaii or whatever it is that they've been waiting to do. And the thing that I have discovered is that as we do the thing that we love, as we do the thing that is calling us, that's, you know, bubbling up from within us, that desire, when we think about it, we say, yes, that dream, when we begin to live that dream, you know, it's not work. We think about it, you know, when you live your hobbies or whatever, if you're thinking it's something that you love to do. I've been really excited about planting a garden on our property this spring. And, you know, in my free time, I want to read about permaculture and gardening. And when we do the thing that we love, what happens is that we are excited about spending time researching this or studying that, whatever it is, practicing the thing that we're passionate about. And we don't have to you know, have this carrot at the end of it all, that we can, you know, get through this so that we can then have that thing. You know, the idea of eat dessert first so that you know, aren't full and then you have to eat your meal, or that we have to you know, eat your meal that you're not enjoying so that you can then have dessert. What I'm suggesting is maybe changing your meal up so that you love the meal as well as the dessert. The dessert is part of it, you know. This is sort of the dessert for us. Like we're experiencing a different place in our lives right now. We're at you know, the ocean, and hearing the ocean, it's very different from what we're used to. But I'm not desperately getting away from my life back home. I love my life at home, and therefore, you know, it's okay to take a break. But what I'm suggesting and encouraging you to do is to find a thing that you love, so that you don't have to wait until the weekend or retirement or you know, summer break to actually begin living. Life is not meant to be struggling through day after day. It is meant to be living and enjoying and creating, letting that vibrant energy force that moves through all things move through us. That creative life force energy wants to fulfill you, wants to fill you with, you know, your unique creativity. So I invite you to really think about, you know, what it is, to really get quiet and listen to what it is that calling is. What is it that you should be doing with yourself? I think a lot of times we get put off by the things that we see as requirements. And yes, there are parts of my job that I don't really love. I've been struggling with my website and trying to get some of you, my great friends, notified me that my link wasn't working properly and that I had the wrong dates when you went further into things. And I had a lot of struggle with getting my website to work. There were parts that weren't something that I had worked with. And I think sometimes when we have those things in our lives that we don't want to do, but we know it's important to do, they can get burdensome. They can get heavy, and that makes it harder to get through the week, harder to get through the day when we have a list that's getting bigger and bigger of things that we know we need to do. But the thing that I have found that is sort of the key in my mind is to keep your eye on that vision. If I'm focusing on the joy that is coming from my expression, that getting through the website, can work. It's okay. Like I knew that there were women who wanted to sign up for my summer campouts who've been asking me for, when are the dates? I want to put them on my calendar. And so I really wanted to get that out. And so I could hold them. I could hold their joy and the summer campout in my mind when I'm, doing the things that are difficult. So have a vision. Have something that you're working towards that brings you joy. It doesn't have to be your vocation. It can be or your profession. It can be anything that brings you life. But make sure that that happens every day and you're not, putting it off till whenever, so that you can then finally enjoy life. Life is meant to be enjoyed all the time. Blessings.